The P.C.C. zoned the country into 4 different zones and created teams, commissioner teams, and the technical secretarial support teams as such. And what has happened is that in some areas, the type of media we use to reach out is not as effective, right? I remember 2 weeks ago, I went to Pachacan to do a delivery right there as such, and there was a good turnout. But what we find out that is in some areas, it's how you approach asking the people to come out as such. And the village crier of the past, where you go about with a vehicle and a speaker inviting people to come out and talking to them, sometimes works when social media doesn't work as such. No? And so what we have been doing is reaching out and finding out. So I will be honest and tell you that we have found certain areas that we had one, I think about a month ago, where we expected 100 people, and we had about 12, 13 persons showed up for the presentations, and that has happened to us both in Belize City and in Orange, Oaxaca as such. And then we go to villages where we wonder and we worry about attendance, and when we have 40, 50, 60 people turn out, and what we find is that these people are really generating concerns. They're really generating their peeves, their problems with governance, the governance system at all levels.
What are some of the major concerns that people are bringing to you?
There's a number of concerns as such. One, the Senate has always been a discussion. What is the purpose of the Senate? And would there be a much more effective Senate if it's an elected Senate, or if it's a more empowered Senate as such? Two, resource access. They have been highlighting that somehow or the other we have to do some type of consumer service training for public offices as such, because they don't feel that they're well served when they go to these public offices. So that's an area, that's a challenge, and that's one that the minister has created a department, has empowered a department within the Ministry of Public Service, where they're saying you have to do something about that and find a way to train them, and not only hear complaints, but what do we do with those complaints? What do we do with public officers that are constantly complained about? We have to do something. We can't just every year reward good public officers. We have to find a way to penalize those that are creating the problems in the system as such. No?